Hello comrades, Kami-sa Bro here today with RimWorld. That's right. This is an interesting little game, and I guess I should start out with a slight introduction. Most people probably have a working knowledge of what this game is. I mean, even I had heard about it before, I'd played it. In the sense that I think, there's a lot of YouTubers that have done videos on this game. It's been a very, very popular game in that sense on YouTube, and even when it was first kickstarted, it raised like $268,000. So people were pretty excited for this game, still pretty excited for this game, and it's about to come on Steam tomorrow. So I was given, thankfully, a preview code to take a look at the game and kind of show it off in the sense to see if it's something that my strategy fellows out there find interesting and whatnot. So I'm going to try my best. I'm still learning the game, mind you. I am by no means an expert at this game. So if you're going to watch this gameplay footage, I'm warning you now. It's going to be full of errors, mistakes, and things I'm probably going to say that are wrong or incorrect. But I will try my best to explain what I do currently know. For example, I know how to build a wall. And see, that is what I have done here. Yes, I have built a wall and some doors. This is basically our humble abode of Gaza, Smith, and Ramsey. It's phenomenal, I know. We also have a farm. Yes, some sweet potato plants growing, and which will be used as food. Unfortunately, we're kind of running out of food. My three survivors here. Now we do have some animals around the area that we can hunt for food if need be. I'm trying not to kill any animals because you never know. It might be useful to tame them and breed them or something later. So I'm trying to avoid killing any animals as best as I can, but more than likely I'm going to have to in the long run. That's right. So, again, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with this particular game, it's in the same game, or the same vein anyway, as such games as Factorio or Clockwork Empires, with kind of like a prison architect graphical style, like artistic style. So it's got like a top-down view and whatnot, and you build rooms and then you assign. Well, technically, you actually zone those areas, as you can see here. Yeah, see, expand snow area. You put roofs on your buildings. Some buildings don't have to have roofs if you don't want to. You can add roofs. I generally imagine it's a good idea to put roofs over your villagers' heads, so they probably will like that. But it's a bit more in-depth than games like Clockwork Empires, where Clockwork Empires is really heavy on the relationships and whatnot between your colonists, or your settlers in this case. This game puts a little bit more of a focus on construction. I would think, and maybe I'm speaking too soon on that, but it seems to put a very heavy focus on survival and baddies showing up and doing stuff. Actually, they're very similar, to be honest. Needless to say, you still have relationship type things going on between people. As you can see, we can look at the social tab here. Smith and Garza were actually engaged, but Smith broke up with Garza, and Garza is very mad at Smith, and you can even go up into a more in-depth look, because look at this. He's an ex-lover. Since it looks like Garza thinks that you should give the community a name, what should it be called? Well, of course we'll call it Djibouti. What else would we call it? Come on now. Anyway, so this is basically New Djibouti. But like I said, it goes into more detail, he's ugly and whatnot. You can assign guns to your villagers, give them weapons, as you can see here. Garza has been given a pistol. She is a commissar. Yes. It looks like we seem to have a little bit in common there, dear Gaza. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, you can build stuff. If we go to structure, you can see here walls and whatnot. Then you can zone areas. These are currently my growing zones, my farms, as it were. It's pretty simple. You drag a box like this, bam, there's another growing area for me. To get more specific with the growing area, we would click on it, and then we can tell it what to plant. I have a pretty good farmer, so I can plant some really good stuff. Let's say corn. Let's just plant some corn. Corn's always a good idea, right? Now, you've also got areas like when you first select your area, there's varying temperatures and whatnot. Plants grow better in certain areas than they do others. For example, but like plants like potatoes tend to grow pretty well no matter where you put them, and so on and so forth. You can also see that the map has buildings that are already kind of here, so it kind of gives you this idea that there were ancient civilizations that were here before you, or even just, you know, people that left the planet or whatnot for whatever reason. Yes, and there's like there's little bunnies and bulls and ibex rams and whatnot. There's lots of stuff. Honestly, it's a pretty good game. I haven't put a whole lot of time into it yet. Oh, look, there's like blood trails. I wonder what happened, what died over here. Like, look at this. There's like a number of blood trails. Ooh, look, there's more goods over here. Steel. We need that steel to build more stuff. Absolutely. Go pick that up. Oh, look, there's more steel. Oh, goodness gracious. There's steel all over the place. That's actually one of the things you should do, like, immediately after crash landing on the planet, is look around and make sure that there's no goods, that, you know, that you have all your goods picked up and whatnot, and so on. This is actually my stockpile area here. I know I'm kind of just going all over the place. I'm not really going in depth. I apologize. Like I said, there's still a lot of stuff I'm learning about the game. I've only played about 2 hours, and oh, look at that. That freaking iodine totally just murdered that squirrel, and he's eating it. Missing body parts. Look, that dude just like mauled that son of a bitch. That was a war. That was brutal. Very, very brutal. Anyway, so you've also got animals. You can tame animals, as I was kind of getting into before. You can tame animals and you can hunt animals. In this case, our little warg here is a tamed animal that, you know, pretty much can protect the settlement from bad guys. I'm actually building some sandbags to protect us from possible bad guys that may show up. You've got various factions everywhere you spawn in at. As you can see here, there's a couple of friendly factions, but then there's some really hostile dudes that do not like us at all, so we need to keep our eyes out for them. You can take a look at the world right here. Like I said, you've got different resources that are prominent in these areas, like, for example, here, stone types, sandstone, limestone, marble. And it shows you the growing period, and your average temperatures, all sorts of good stuff. I mean, truly, it's a very in-depth game from what I can tell. I'm still learning the ropes, so kind of figuring out where the best place to put colonies and stuff like that is pretty much on my to-do list, on the primary focus of what I'm doing right now, and making sure I can make a sustained economy. You do have bad guys attacked, so that's something else you need to keep in mind. Like, you can put up security towers, and, like, for example, like this deadfall trap, you can put traps up to try to stop and slow down bad guys or kill bad guys if your guns aren't enough. So it's an interesting game from what I've seen so far. Really, I'm just going to need more time myself to explore the game, to really see what it has to offer, and possibly even take a look at some other people's videos to see how best to play this game. Because like I said, as I've mentioned 400 times in this video, I am totally... We're going to claim that. Yeah, let's claim that bad mamma jamma. Do you have to claim each one? Or does it just claim the whole thing? See, this is stuff that I'm learning. I guess it claims it. You got to click it one by one. Hold open and whatnot so they can use that tool. Pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Commissar Bro taking a preview at RimWorld. Like I said, it looks interesting, and I kind of can't wait to see what all I can do with this game. How in-depth it is. Like I said, there seems to be a lot of stuff here. Definitely more in-depth than some other games like Factorio, which has a very simple premise. I mean, it gets complicated, like, in terms of the sophisticated building, like tech trees, and the more you build a factory and how complicated your factories can be. But as far as, like, interface and whatnot, this definitely seems like it might have more depth. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll take a look-see. This has been CB, and I'll see you guys next time.